Hey guys, so I am here to do a weekly energy forecast for August 2nd through to August 8th. So if you haven't caught my new moon August 8th energy forecast, then I would highly recommend watching that as well. I'm just about to download it here, but I also did a live on Facebook. So if you're watching, please let me know that you are watching. Same thing, if you would like a card, whenever you guys catch me live, from now on, feel free to just ask for a message and I can kind of give you a general message for your week, okay? So I'm using my animal medicine cards and I'm going to shuffle those. So again, thank you for taking the time to subscribe. So if you have subscribed already, thank you. And if you haven't, please make sure you just click that button. As well, if you take the time to go through my playlist, that will be really helpful for you as well because you're going to receive a lot of healing that way. All right, and make sure you're checking out my Instagram as well. And I have Robin's Healing Herbs on Facebook. That name will be changing, but for now, that's what it is. All right, so going to be some interesting energy this week because again, we're preparing ourselves for that Lionsgate portal, and there's some major shifts. I'm feeling a lot of tension in my belly, so root chakra and sacral chakra. So for people that don't know what the root chakra is, root chakra is how we connect to the earth. We work pretty hard, I think. Hopefully you feel like you're working enough right now that you're feeling quite secure, you're feeling stable, and you're not worrying about money, you're not worrying about like your next step, that sort of thing. And the root chakra, when we are working, when we are like taking care of our health as well, like we're eating enough foods, the right foods, we're not feeling like there's too much energy up, we're just feeling like more on the calm side. That means our root chakra is pretty rooted. We're feeling quite good. So I am feeling something that there's something off there. So this is telling me that, and these are just general cards for the week, you're going to be finding that you have to work on your security, okay? So the eagle has a 1 beside it. This is telling us that it's time to really start connecting to that earth element, to that root chakra. So if you do have emotional blocks or wounds, as I was saying, go through my playlist, specifically go to the Theta Healing playlist and maybe listen to some of those things and just say yes to the downloads. The other thing too is on the August 23rd and 24th, I'm doing a full moon retreat with Melissa Mitten from the Muddy Lotus, and I would highly recommend joining that retreat if you're looking to learn a bit more about how to heal anything that you have going on, again, emotionally, because the mental health aspect is still connected to the emotion. So I was saying the sacral chakra is also off, and the sacral chakra is also related to creativity. It's also related to our hormones and things like that. So what the eagle's teaching us this week is that it's important to learn how to react to energy, to our emotions. And the way that we do that is when we are naturally in a calm state, when we're in a positive state, when things happen to us, we're less likely to get upset about it. We're less likely to internalize it. And this week, I feel like there's going to be a lot of internalizing because we are shifting and growing into more light beings, more divine beings, that sort of thing. So what that means is sometimes we have to go through some shadow work, some darker sides of ourselves to identify with what's not right with us in order to make things right with others, okay? So this still feels relationship related because when we're upset with someone or something, we carry it in our stomach. And so this eagle energy is telling us this week, make sure that you are also following your dreams. So if there are things that you want to be doing, why are you not doing them? Right? So as we slowly get into that new moon on the 8th, and you're going to be feeling it this week, it's kind of like, okay, say for a dream for my boyfriend and I is we're looking to build a home. That's like a dream that we both have. So it's kind of like, okay, so what steps could we start taking in order to begin that dream? So it might be having some conversations, making some phone calls. So that might be um, a little bit maybe annoying that you have to do that because there's work involved in it. But the eagle is teaching us mainly that we have the abilities to do these things. So it's recognizing that you can if you want to. So go a bit deeper within yourself this week, and it'll be helpful. Then we have the armadillo. All right. Armadillo, and this is kind of talking about self love, actually, which makes sense because you have to love yourself enough to accomplish what it is that you want to, right? You have to feel worthy of those things. So the armadillo is kind of strong. He's not very strong, he's kind of strong. And where we are in this strong Aquarius energy, we're coming into that lion energy with Leo. Aquarius, it's really teaching us, like, my gosh, you've come a long way. You've come so far. So don't drag your butt around. Be happy about it. And then the other thing is the Leo energy is kind of like, okay, but there's still a lot of work to do. So bring your energy up and keep doing the work. Bring the energy up and keep doing the work. So this feels like there's a lot of physical energy coming up this week. So if you notice that you might be more tired, again, honor what you're feeling when you're feeling it. So that might be some more positive self talk, saying, like, I am okay with not being okay. I am structuring my life according to my dreams and my goals first, right? So that might connect to you or might not connect to you. And then we're going to pull out some daily cards, okay? So also feel free to connect to all my August readings. So I have the astrological monthly readings according to the fire, earth, water, and air. So whatever sign you are, sun, moon, and rising, okay? And then we have our general for August. And again, if you want to go to our full moon retreat for August 23rd and 24th, just go into robinsealing.com under book online, and you can purchase it there. It's from 6:15 until 9 o'clock. It's on a Monday and Tuesday right after that full moon. So 2 full moons in Aquarius in a row, pretty strong energy. So Monday, okay, so ginkgo, patience. All right, so I love that this is a tree. So this is like my herbal medicine card. And so patience is telling us, so this is on August 2nd, it's a holiday for us here in New Brunswick. It's telling us that it's all going back into vibration. If you're not laughing about things, so you have to slow down in order to laugh. Like our bodies, like we can't be running and laughing at the same time. Our bodies are going to kind of start to choke. So it's telling us we have to slow down in order to enjoy life, in order to laugh, that sort of thing. But this is saying, like, the way that we are looking at things is the reason why we either can't laugh or we can laugh, because it's how we choose to look at life. So on August 2nd, make sure that you're looking at things from a like, not from, oh, let's go really deep and look into all these different things. It's kind of like, oh, let's just like focus on what's in front of us and enjoy it, and just kind of like be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha. If things aren't going exactly the way that you planned, because I just sense that they're not going to, but it's going to be even better than what you could have planned if you just let go. Okay, so let go on Monday. All right, what do we need to know on the 3rd? And happy birthday to my father-in-law, who absolutely does not watch these videos, but we're going to send good energy out for him on the 3rd by text. And if I can't read properly or pronounce things properly, just have patience. Self-mastery. Okay, I see a deer right away when I look into this card, and I get a heaviness in my chest. So deers represent, I'm kind of getting the element of afterlife, believing in life after death. And the reason why it feels like that's coming up is because sometimes we're very sensitive to energy, and we can't necessarily see what's going on, but we can feel what's going on. Okay, so you might be doubting. The reason why we're feeling stuck energy in the chest. So even take a couple deep breaths here. Just let it out. I also do EFT tapping, so if you see me kind of tapping, that's why. So you might feel like if you do have stuck energy here, August 3rd might be a good day to book into a tapping session with me. But if you're sensitive on Tuesday, the 3rd, you're going to be finding that it's okay to kind of like put your rose colored glasses on. Typically, I won't say that, but it's kind of like it's okay to just chill out a bit more. So, yes, you're feeling all this stuff. So just kind of chill, give your mind a little break. You don't have to do as much work as you might be feeling, because a lot of times people don't know that we're constantly working because we're constantly feeling if you're sensitive. And if you believe in, again, like life after death, you're going to be finding that it's really intense energy because there's going to be extra feelings because we're coming into a really big change that we're all feeling. So you're going to be feeling other people's feelings. So again, take a load off on the 3rd and just step back and just process what's going on. And if you've watched my reading on the new moon, then you know that we're cleansing. So that's what I'm talking about, is just learning how to rewire that mindset as well. Okay, deep breaths there. So eliminate your stressors. My goodness, I'm getting so much pain right now in my left hip. You might have back issues as well. So if you have back issues, I'm speaking directly to you. It does feel relationship related, okay? So you might find that on the 3rd, or maybe anytime throughout this week, if you're getting a little bit of sensation going on in the back or in the spine, as I was saying, we carry relationships in around our sacral. Of course, we carry it around our heart and our chest as well. So you might need to do more balancing. So cleansing. So I have my sage here. I have my tinctures here, but mainly, and I have my rose quartz here. And I have like a candle that represents like new beginnings for me around relationships. So bring in that element of what can help you heal while you're experiencing these things as well. So rose quartz would be a fabulous stone to work with on the 3rd, okay? And it sounds like that's going to be rose quartz and clear quartz and yellow citron are all really great stones for our theme for the week. So if you'd like any stones as well, reach out to me because I sell stones as well as herbs. All right, the 4th, poison ivy, caution. All right, makes sense if there's that much going on the 3rd. So this is telling us that some people think it's impossible to ever love themselves, okay? They're just like, they've given up on themselves, and that's poisonous, right? That is the poison ivy. You can mentally talk yourself into anything or talk yourself out of anything when you're really strong-minded. So we'll give you an example of how, when it comes to money on the 4th, you might be feeling overwhelmed or even shy when it comes to money. You might not want to talk about money. You might not want to ask for money. Whereas when it comes to the energy of flow and abundance, the 4th is going to be a great day to, again, put in really positive thoughts and feelings towards money. So you also should go into, I would recommend going under my rituals and practices and seeing the lemon cleanse that I offer, as well as the abundance ritual. Okay. This will be really helpful. The other thing too is be grateful for what you have, because that will also start to change things for you. Okay. Very, very simple techniques. The other thing is, if you're feeling blocked emotionally and you're feeling like, even say I said to put your rose colored glasses on, and maybe that triggered you a bit by saying like, block these things out. The reason why I'm saying that is sometimes we need to shield ourselves from other people's energy. And the way that we do it is we just become more tuned into our own energy. So it's just a form of grounding. It's just saying like, I'm not in the mood to deal with X, Y, and Z. This is actually called boundaries. So maybe that's a better way of explaining it. That's what I'm told to explain, is more to have healthy boundaries on the 3rd and the 4th and probably 5th and 6th. Okay. And we create that by having discussions. We'll even say you're a medium and spirit's coming through, a presence is there, and you're like, you know what? When I go to this, we'll say party or place, I'm cutting off all connection and dialogue with the spirits in this place. So it's just demanding or commanding what it is that you want. And when I do theta healing for other people, that's what I do as well. So I'm creating boundaries, also healthy boundaries with source, and asking for what I want. And therefore, I'm not attracting what I don't want because I'm affirming what I do want. And I'm feeling like I'm trusting that that energy is going to provide answers for me. And then I also create a boundary with myself in my heart space, that I'm not going to feed into fear. Okay, that I'm going to only be in that heart space. So sometimes we have to command things to spirit about what it is that we want. Okay, that's more what we needed to hear from that. That's really, really important. Okay, I also feel like sending some Reiki out to the group. So if you are open to that, just say yes and receive that energy. I'm getting a lot of like dizziness here. So that's also telling me around the 4th, you're going to be feeling like your energy's a bit off. We're coming into really, really, really powerful energy. So as I was saying, like make sure that you're staying in your own light. So if there is some like darker people around you, and the reason why I'm saying this is when there are people who think that everything's about them. Okay, they're always right and everything's about that. That's what I mean by a darker energy. A light being is typically someone who is very kind. They are like very open-hearted. They're very loving, and they don't need to be right because they're open. They are openly just kind. I can't help but explain it that way. And then someone else who's just cut off from source, they're cut off from their heart, and they're just hurting. So for some reason, I need to tell people that like as we go into the 5th, that there are going to be people around you that are just hurt. Okay, so don't take things as personally around this time, because this new moon Lionsgate portal is going to be a big change for everybody. So just trust that some people aren't ready. They haven't prepared themselves. So don't judge others because they're not ready. Let them do their own work, okay? Trust that they're going to do what they need to do when they need to do it, because they're going to be shown that in their bodies. And it's not always our job to tell other people what they need to do. Otherwise, we start to be judgmental ourselves. So I need to hear that. Ginseng, conservation. Okay, so right away I get this flower energy about our physical bodies need a lot of healing, a lot of growing emotionally. Um, so the 5th, I still feel stuck on the 5th here. This is telling us to smile more, to lighten up a bit more, to keep being a light worker if you are. So keep doing the work that you're doing. Sometimes for me, I feel like I fall off the wagon, but it's something I always come back to because it's who I am naturally. So always go back to that light. If you're going through a time in your life, just bring it back to the light. What is going right? How can I contribute to society? How can I keep following my purpose? How can I keep listening to what my intuition and spirit is telling me, if you believe that spirit's communicating, okay? If not, we'll just call it intuition and just keep cleansing out what no longer serves you. There's going to be a lot of heavy energy around this time, and then we're going to go back to my animal medicine cards. And so that's because we're just like getting rid of what doesn't serve us. I think you guys are going to find relationships are really going to blossom. Same thing. Your childhood stuff might be coming up, right? It's coming up because it wants to. You want to have more fun. You want to be more creative. So this is all part of the process. We'll say that it's all part of the plan, okay? But there's a lot of stuff coming up around beliefs where people are like kind of pointing the finger at other people. They don't like what people are saying. It just feels so crazy and heavy. So we'll go into the 6th here. This is talking about marriage and weddings and things like that. Yay! And the 6th is saying that there's some balance that's really happening for some people right now. As I said, there are good things happening. So remind yourself again that everything is working out exactly the way that it needs to. Everything is coming into place for me. As long as I'm centered and balanced, then everything's just going to naturally start to come my way. So reminders, healthy reminders that you're on the right path, is fabulous. Okay. Keep feeding yourself with that love and keep reminding yourself of your experiences, that everything has been working out for you because you are on the right path. If you're struggling at all, you're abusing yourself, sound healing and vibration of the throat and the heart would be really, really therapeutic for pretty much everyone. Then we go into the 7th, getting into that new moon. And the 7th is kind of talking about ancestral healing. So if you notice that you're being really present, you might even feel more like the angels coming forward for you. If you don't believe in angels, then you might feel like there's some gentle energy that's presenting itself that's really making you feel loved, and it's really making you reminding you of all these beautiful gifts that you have, all the beautiful things that have happened to you. It feels very just like on my live earlier I was talking about the blessings with that this new moon has brought us. So let's go into the 8th here. A lot of wisdom and knowledge coming through with the weasel. 33, beautiful, beautiful energy. So this is going to be, I'm realizing that this will be on a Sunday. So I'll probably do something around the new moon. I'm going to be away, but I feel like something in nature near the ocean or something. But don't hold me to that. Just stay tuned for when I come on. And same thing, I can come on here and do announcements if you're only on my YouTube. So I might start doing that more like updates and upgrades for you guys as we transition through this energy. And I'll just do my best. But if you watch my dailies, I'll do my best to help you with these upgrades and updating. All right. But there's definitely an up energy here. So the weasel is still talking about that childhood. Feels like a childhood moon. And it's called the full moon is the blue moon. So it feels like there's intuitive, powerful energy that's going to be coming up between the new moon and the full moon. Okay. That energy is called change. And you might feel like it's just swirling around and going nowhere, but it's because you have to let life unfold. So whenever we're doing any type of new moon work, trust, as our patience card was saying at the beginning, that there's going to be some things that are going to happen, and don't get overwhelmed, don't overreact. But when these things are happening, give yourself healthier reminders. The affirmations are going to be really powerful. So sit in yourself for at least 10 minutes around the 8th and just breathe. Just become a part of what is happening instead of disconnecting yourself. Okay. So be one with the creator, be one with love, be one with the universe. And so natural healing will be fabulous for you this week, and especially around that new one. So I love you guys all, and thanks for watching these. Thanks for supporting me, and be sure to get a reading with me if you do feel called to it. All right. Namaste.